talk about the opposition. The opposition is now conducted last week a protest, just like it brings memories of in from Nugegoda, if I remember right. I think about a couple of weeks later, the January 8th 2015 election, you again, Minister Wima, were very instrumental in bringing this rally of protests that led to the return of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, and also the election of current President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, and the establishment of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna as a winning party. From that point onwards, Nugegoda, the Mahinda Sulanga, you were very much instrumental, and you did this. And you all were very powerful in terms of telling the people what kind of error they made in 2015 with regard to the economy, with regard to where the direction of the country that was going on, and with regard to the presidency, what kind of errors. And after 5 years, we saw the nonsense that occurred within the good governance, and what you all said at that time, 2015, was completely accurate. Now, fast forward, you all are now in the power. You all are the big kahunas, so to say. The opposition is doing the same, taking a page from your playbook and doing the same thing right now. Saying that the country is in shambles, asking the question Dan Sapada, which was something that was synonymous with current Prime Minister. Yeah, exactly. So now they're asking that question from you all. And your response is quite similar to what the good governance did at that time. What's going on, Minister? Why is there protest? Why is there people gathering around the opposition, around opposition leader Sajith Premadasa? Why is this happening? Is the country so bad right now?
Well, firstly, as you correctly pointed out, I was in the forefront of leading the protest against the previous government. So I admit the right of the opposition to express their views against the government. We are not against it. That's a right that we enjoyed with great difficulties, with huge resistance. So the opposition should have the opportunity to express themselves. There is no doubt. But if the opposition is concerned and conscious about the people, opposition claims that they are doing everything for the betterment of the people. So people must be the focus. If it was the case, they shouldn't have staged their protests in a more innovative, alternative manner, understanding the limitations and the difficulties caused by the ongoing pandemic. They are not the government. As you know, when the Minister of Health gazetted that Sri Lanka is facing a pandemic, the real authority would shift from the cabinet to Director General of Health. All cabinet decisions are subject to the guidelines given by the Director General of Health. Director General of Health and medical officers associations have repeatedly said we must avoid mass gathering to control the pandemic. So in this backdrop, the opposition shouldn't have staged that kind of a mass-scale protest if they truly love the people of this country. I do admit and I repeat that they have the right to express their views, but they should have found alternatives.
The opposition is coming back and hitting that particular statement, saying then why did you all have this entire ceremony last Thursday in Anuradhapura in order to open up a new Chaitya temple and try to do that kind of thing. So how is that different from what the opposition did?
Well, example sense, yes, we should minimize the people as much as possible, but the two examples quoted by the opposition to criticize the government are of course wrong. One is SLPP convention, the second one is Sandahiru Sai opening ceremony. Both those events were arranged according to the guidelines, because mass protest Now look at the photographs of the Sandhi Rusai opening. People are very calm, quiet, maintaining the distance because they all were sitting there, seats being allocated according to guidelines. So the function has been organized according to the guidelines. But here in the protest, now you may have the video clips.
Yes.
Just look at both and compare. The protest people were together, they were sweating, then they have to, and they got wet, then they have to remove their mask, and they were all together, and some people were drunk, then they don't know what they are doing. So in this context, right, that particular event has broken the guidelines given by the Director General of Health. So we are not, we have a very simple question to pose my good friends in the opposition. Before talking about their love to the general public, at least show your love and care to your own party members. If you risk not only the lives of your party members, their family members as well. So we should practice what we preach, and we must preach what we practice. That's the words of Gautama Buddha. So unfortunately, the opposition doesn't practice what they preach.